welcome to WYCE's Community Close-Up, our weekly public affairs program, produced in partnership with the Rapidian, our hyper-local news service here at the Grand Rapids Community Media Center. Community Close-Up brings you a diverse perspective from community leaders throughout West Michigan. This is WYCE Station Manager Phil Tower. It is my distinct pleasure to welcome to our studios for this week's program the Executive Director of Grand Rapids Ballet, Mary Jennings, as well as the Artistic Director of Grand Rapids Ballet, James Sofranko. They are not on a Zoom or on a phone line. They're in studio. Hello, guys.
Hello.
Hey, Phil.
Mary is to my immediate right. James is across the console for us if you're trying to paint this picture at home as you listen to this on the radio or your smart speaker. We have a lot to unpack in this segment, and everything we talk about, we'd like to encourage you to check out grballet.com, grballet.com. There is so much more than just a world-class ballet putting on shows in Grand Rapids for us all. We're very, very fortunate to have that. But there's a school. There's an educational component. There are volunteer opportunities. There's an opportunity for you to support the ballet philanthropically. So let's just start with you, Mary Jennings, as Executive Director. Your role in overseeing all this. It's a pretty amazing thing. What do you think surprises people most about Grand Rapids Ballet when you have that introductory conversation?
I think folks are surprised that our dancers are full-time professional athletes with us at Grand Rapids Ballet. They are not hired in, or they don't tour in like they do for the Broadway shows that folks like to see here in town. These are highly trained professional artists who are just as athletic as who you see when you go to watch the Griffins or you watch a Rise game. And they are residents here of this city. They choose to move here from all over the country, all over the world, to be a part of this company.
And is that your job, James Sofranko, as Artistic Director, trying to convince people to come here and kind of like a baseball agent trying to sign the best talent from around the country?
It's true. I've likened myself to that line of work before. Yes, I do a national tour every year for auditions for any open spots. We have 20 professional company dancers. We also have an apprentice and a trainee program for those up-and-coming younger dancers, sort of in that college age, to bridge the gap between student and professional. So I'm always looking for the next sort of crop of young dancers who are looking for that opportunity. And then they spend a year with me and with our staff and in our repertoire. And then potentially they might earn a spot in the main company. But with only 20 spots, there's not a lot of turnover either. So it's a coveted job, I'd say.
If you don't make the big leagues in baseball, there's the minor leagues, hopefully, if you've got that talent level. If a ballet dancer is not ready for the big stage here in Grand Rapids at the Peter Martin Wege Theater, where do they go?
Well, there are other smaller types of companies to Grand Rapids Ballet, smaller cities, schools. Many dancers, when they're finished with their professional career, or if they didn't necessarily achieve that professional status, many of them become teachers themselves,
Sure.
Choreographers, or business owners in this sort of industry of dance.
And you were a dancer for 18 years with the San Francisco Ballet.
Mm-hmm.
When did you know you wanted to teach at that point in your career, when you're like, hey, I like this, but I really want to do the teaching part of it?
Well, teaching has become something that I've grown more to love. I wouldn't call that my first sort of inspiration to continue in dance past the performing career. It was more that I enjoyed curating a program of works and bringing people to a theater and putting on performances that I thought they would enjoy, that I thought would be thought-provoking but also entertaining, and just a celebration of dance. And I was, like you said, a dancer for 18 years, and I performed around the world, and I danced in so many different pieces that like filled me and my spirit. I enjoy now giving that sort of that gift back to another generation of dancers, who then I hope will continue to put that on or pass that on when they're older as well, just so I feel like I'm playing my part and kind of being a responsible steward of the art form so that it does continue into the future. Dance is it's passed on from person to person. It's hard to learn it from a book. You can't just learn it from a video and then say you're going to go perform it. You have to have lived the experience, and then you have to pass it on to somebody else. And I think that's sort of the beautiful thing that I enjoy. And yes, teaching does become a part of that, but also coaching, and also just sort of fostering the evolution of an artist in their career. And dancers are young, so there's a lot of psychology and learning that happens.
And I will say that James is an excellent curator of the work that goes on our stage. If anyone who's listening saw a performance last year, they know how engaging, how surprising the work that you might see from a professional ballet company really can be. I know that audiences walked away feeling that sense of awe and excitement and surprise and delight at the range of what we call ballet. And I think that we're seeing that kind of enthusiasm roll over into folks really lining up to get tickets for the shows that we've got this year.
And Mary Jennings is Executive Director for the Grand Rapids Ballet. That's got to be a big relief for you leading GR Ballet, to have somebody is just going to be spot on and selecting the best talent. I mean, you got enough to worry about in your role.
No doubt.
And James is just kind of like, okay, you got this, James. And then to see that come to life on stage, that's got to be a good feeling for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I also come from a dance background and have training and went to college for ballet and for dance. And so I don't want to say that I'm picky, but I'm not picky. And so this opportunity was exciting to me to come join this company for a myriad of reasons. Being Michigan's home for professional ballet is not a small feat. Being a dance organization that's been around for over 50 years is not a small feat. And to have the artistic caliber and leadership of James and what he's done with the company and his tenure here was absolutely a factor in my enthusiasm for coming on board.
And you guys have some amazing, very dedicated fans and supporters of Grand Rapids Ballet. I saw them in person at Meyer Gardens several weeks ago as we closed out the Tuesday evening music club performances, as we do every year, with just a world-class stage performance outside from the Grand Rapids Ballet. It just was great to see. But you also have, speaking of your experience as a dancer, Mary, you have a school at Grand Rapids Ballet. I don't want to run out of time so we can talk about the 2025-2026 season, but take just a quick minute to touch on the school, if you would, please.
Our school serves 250 students a year through our academic year, our school year programs, and our summer program. Our students' age ranges from 3 to probably 83. We've got little bitty kids in our young dancer program. So many families coming to sign their young child up for their first dance class. We have our primary division, which are for students who are a little older, really interested in ballet, maybe choosing ballet over other activities, some interested in pursuing professional careers themselves. And then we have our adult programs, and these adults in our beginning or intermediate ballet classes are huge fans of ours. The adults in our Moving with Parkinson's program are the most dedicated group of people that we have the pleasure of getting to see walk into our buildings or come into our classes that are off-site. And we're really proud of the work we do at the school.
I could go down a rabbit hole, and I think it's fascinating that an adult, whether they're 41 or 61, wakes up one day and says, I want to learn how to dance ballet. That's so cool. And not only encouraging, inspiring, I think of all kinds of words. If you want to learn more about the ballet school, whether you're 21 or 41 or 81, he said 83 in there, grballet.com, grballet.com. Okay, you guys, you've got just, I'm going to use this word on the radio, a boffo season, an amazing season with a brand new ballet kicking it off, which is actually playing this weekend. And because of the overwhelming popularity, James told me you added a second performance the following weekend, next weekend, as this is running on the radio, correct?
Yeah, it's actually our fourth. We have 3 performances in the first weekend, and then we added a 4th show on Saturday, November 1st.
All right, grballet.com. If, as this is playing on the radio, there are still tickets left, I hope there are. Otherwise, there's a whole fantastic season. Sherlock, though, is a world premiere from your own choreographer, Penny Saunders. Give us a real quick take on this, because I don't want to run out of time to hit on the other shows.
Sure. This is a very exciting and unique venture for us, one we've never done before. It's a co-commission with 2 other companies around the country, Nashville Ballet and Ballet Idaho and Grand Rapids Ballet, all pooled our resources to create a bit of a larger production, larger scale. So Penny, as a choreographer and the brainchild behind these characters of Sherlock coming to the stage in dance form, so she can think a little bit bigger, a little bit bolder. It will have its premiere on our 3 respective stages throughout this season. And she has, I guess, brought these characters to life through multiple storylines. So she's not telling one specific narrative, but she's kind of giving a sense of who these characters are. But she's also infusing some commentary about what art is and what place art has in our life. You know, Sherlock Holmes was thought of as a real person, and he was just a character in somebody's mind. And the space that inhabited for many of the readers of Sherlock Holmes was just an amazing sort of concept to think about. And I think Penny was thinking about that a lot as she was creating this ballet. It's still being created now.
Yeah, what I love is it actually is going to weave into the performance some actual 1940s radio recordings of the adventures of Sherlock Holmes. And tickets for the final performance at grballet.com. Then of course, you've got the classic, the Nutcracker, December 12th through 14th and December 19th through 21st at DeVos Performance Hall. This is really a part of holiday celebration in West Michigan. It has been for years. I do want to touch on Swan Lake, February 27th through March 1st, 2026, the classic ballet. And I mean, you guys do all kinds of ballet to go from Sherlock, then to the Nutcracker, and then Swan Lake. What should people know about Swan Lake if they've never seen it, James?
Well, this is one of the most iconic ballet performances you can go see. I would call it a bucket list item for many people. And
Indeed.
It is a favorite of ballet fans everywhere. It is a piece that our dancers want to dance in their career. Like I said, careers are short. So when it comes around, they give it their all. It's especially important for the female lead ballerina who plays the dual role of Odette, the white swan, and Odile, the black swan. And they are different characters, but they're always traditionally played by the same woman on the stage. And it's a tour de force for her and the man, Prince Siegfried, who partners her. But it's an amazing thing to watch. The score by Tchaikovsky is one of his finest. It's very well known. There's a scene with all the swans in their white tutus and the famous 4 little swans dancing together, holding hands. There's just a lot of iconic things that you may have seen before, even if you haven't seen Swan Lake. You'd be like, oh, so that it's from Swan Lake, that tune, or this movement, or the way these dancers are paired together. So to do it all, the whole full length as Grand Rapids Ballet at DeVos Hall with the Grand Rapids Symphony, is just a dream come true. For me, I'm choreographing it brand new, although in a traditional manner after the original choreography by Marius Petipa and Lev Ivanov.
Terrific. Before we run out of time, Mary, I'd like to have you touch on Jumpstart 2026. This is a really unique thing that happens at Grand Rapids Ballet, and this is at the end of March 27th through 29th. What should people know about Jumpstart?
Jumpstart is an opportunity for our dancers to create brand new work on their colleagues, on themselves. It's an opportunity that is rare for dancers who are actively working in a company to have a chance to work with, their colleagues that are also professionals to create new work. And so it's, kind of a charcuterie of dance today. It's a little bit of everything. Last year we had cowboy boots and disco balls and classical music and tutus and socks and, all the whole gamut. And we probably would anticipate a similar kind of spread this year. But it's, 10, 13, 14 world premieres in a single night. And we do it 3 times. It's fast and furious. The dancers get 3 weeks to work with each other, to build the work, to get it ready for the stage, to put it on stage, to perform it. And then it's done. And so it's kind of like lightning in a bottle.
Fantastic. The season wraps up with In the Countenance of Kings, April 24th through 26th, May 1st through 3rd at the Peter Martin Wege Theater, a beautiful place to experience the ballet, or DeVos Hall. This is choreographed by Justin Peck, one of the best in the business today. What
Yes.
should people know about it?
This is a ballet that I actually danced in San Francisco Ballet myself. Justin Peck is the resident choreographer of New York City Ballet. He's formed an artistic partnership with Sufjan Stevens, who has Michigan roots, the independent musical artist, Sufjan, and they've done a Broadway show together and numerous ballets. So this is one that is dear to me because I was around for the creation process of it. So I'm very glad to be bringing it here to our dancers. It has only been performed in 2 other companies, Seattle's Pacific Northwest Ballet and San Francisco Ballet. So we are the only 3rd company to ever perform this work.
Just an amazing season, you guys. Congratulations on that. Real quickly, Mary Jennings, anything I didn't ask you wanted to share with our listeners?
Oh, this was a great conversation, Phil. Thank you so much for having us.
You guys make it easy, really. And tickets, whether you want to get them for an individual show or for the season, grballet.com. Speaking of make it easy, you just go to the website. That's all you have to do, grballet.com. James Sofranko, Artistic Director, Mary Jennings, Executive Director of the world-class Grand Rapids Ballet, with us on this edition of WYCE's Community Close-Up, our weekly public affairs program produced with the Rapidian. That's our program for this week. I'm WYCE Station Manager Phil Tower. Thank you so much for tuning in.